I saw this and I said to myself, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I feel so vindicated. Because, you know, the Democrats and the legacy media, dinosaur media, they love to give us a hard time over here in independent media when we criticize their sacred cows. And when I talk about sacred cows, one of the most sacred of sacred cows is, the sacredest of sacred cows, one of them is Joe Biden. Yeah, it's Joe Biden. When you say that Joe Biden's lost a step, they go, shut up. Get out of here, Tim Black. You know what you're talking about, Tim Black. You're wrong. You're a hater, Tim Black. You're racist. You're sexist, Tim Black. I'm a guy, too. Well, you're ageist. But Bernie's older than Biden. It's just Biden's obviously deficient in capacities. Look at him. This guy, he's just not. The elevator stopped half in the middle of the six-pack is short. His bottle's missing. It's not even a six-pack. It's a two-pack. And I like two-pack. All eyes on me. But come on now. That's Joe Biden trying to keep all eyes off of him. So all of my concerns about Joe Biden, the reality I've been spitting about Joe Biden not truly being a good candidate, not just because of policy, it's because he's not good at speaking. And every time he starts talking, one thing is always you can count on, once he gets going, is that he hurts himself. Yeah, he is the self-inflicted gunshot wound candidate.
Vice President Biden in the key primary state of New Hampshire today.
Much of the country's future will depend on the policies we choose in the next 2, 4, 6 years.
After recent travels to the early contest states of Iowa and South Carolina. But Biden's latest gaffes are stealing the spotlight away from speculation about his presidential aspirations.
For their trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie, and this claim about Somali immigrants in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware.
It's a large, very identifiable Somali community. There's an awful lot who are driving cabs and are friends of mine, for real. I'm not being solicitous. I'm being serious.
And it turns out factually incorrect. Only 15 Somalis live in the entire state, according to the Census Bureau. And Wilmington cab drivers told CNN they knew of no Somalis driving taxis.
No one is asked to respond to every time Joe Biden says something, and he says something every day that people should be responding to.
Marco Rubio, who is considering a run for president, and other Republicans are incensed. And on late-night TV, Biden has become a punchline.
Ever heard of a second lady?
The missteps are nothing new. Over the years, Biden's become known for them. He's taken criticism for some, like this one, talking to a largely African-American audience about Mitt Romney in 2012.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
But often his handsiness and comments
No dates to your 30.
are likened to those of a crazy but lovable uncle. But as they veer toward the more bizarre variety, it's raising questions about appropriate behavior for someone eyeing the White House. And with Biden a distant second to Hillary Clinton in polls of Democratic hopefuls, suggestions that Biden isn't a serious contender. Judging by his joke last night at a Black History Month event, maybe even Biden realizes that.
But I'm going to be in that room if anybody wants to photograph. I would not blame you if you didn't.
Just bam! Oh, God, I shot myself. Oh, come on, man. Bam! Oh, God, did it again. Oh, God. Come on, man. Come on. Jesus. Bam! Oh, God. Just keep shooting myself in the foot. I don't know why I do. I just do it. It could be the ice cream. Ice cream froze his brain. So anyway, to that point, here goes Joe Biden making a comment that just shows you exactly what we're talking about.
And the other thing we should do is we should challenge these students. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
Yeah, he really means it. You got to think about it. He really means it, guys. He really means it. Think about it, you know. You know, those black kids, poor kids are just as good. It's just as good as the white kids. I mean, the wealthy kids. I mean, except for this guy over here. This guy's he's slow as hell. It's Monday morning. He didn't wake up till Thursday. This guy is so slow. He is so slow. He is backwards. Time moves backwards. The clock goes the reverse way when he starts talking. Him is slow. See, this is what happens with Joe Biden, and that bus is always on time, as I was telling a friend. The gaffe machine is always on time with Joe Biden. But see, here's the thing with Joe Biden. It's not just a gaffe. See, gaffe is when you say, like, hey, I'm trying to keep up with you guys, and I was behind. I was running behind. I was running behind, you're behind. I was running behind. I mean, I don't mean you're behind. I was behind. I was running behind time. I was behind. I was behind. I was a behind. Don't kick me in the behind. I'm getting behind. Like to me, a gaffe should be words that you just happen to take out of the correct order. With Biden, it's complete thoughts. Yeah, it's complete thoughts. And see, people want to make excuses for him. I never hear like Bernie Sanders like say stupid shit like this. And if we did hear him make these types of mistakes, where it's debatable if this is really how he feels or not, I don't know, right? So, but would you give Bernie Sanders the opportunity to explain himself if he did it? And now, maybe not you. Maybe I should ask that question to legacy media, because they're falling over themselves, a lot of them, trying to defend Joe Biden and say, hey, it's just a mistake. It's an honest mistake. But would you allow the same grace for someone else that you didn't want to coordinate? I think not. And more importantly, whether, Joe Biden really thinks black people are slow or black kids are slow or, not as smart as white kids or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Because if you're trying to win an election, don't you want a guy who's prepared not to shoot himself in the foot at every outcome? I mean, you keep telling me Joe Biden's the right guy because he's so electable, but when he makes mistakes or gaffes or speaks truth accidentally or whatever you call it, when he outs himself, whenever he does these things that he should not do, that are totally unforced, no one made him say it, he said it. Doesn't that just play into the hands of Donald Trump? And I thought you were scared of Donald Trump, so why would you want a guy that has been doing this? And look, guys, he hasn't just started doing this. This is the thing about Joe Biden people need to realize. Joe Biden didn't just start doing this and just since he turned 74 or whatever it is. Joe Biden was doing this 8 years ago, 15 years ago. This is Joe Biden. So people are making it seem like this is an age thing, like he's deteriorating. Well, he's been deteriorating for a very long time if that's the case. Because this was the same type of mistakes, the same type of things Joe Biden would say back in the day. That's why he never went up in a single poll. He always went down. Never this way, always this way. Right? So, which we all know was going to happen. What happened? Trump took advantage of it, as he should.
And the other thing we should do is we should challenge these students. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
Yeah, his comments, look, Joe is not playing with a full deck. He made that comment. I said, whoa, I saw it because I was on something. I had a television. I saw his comment. Joe Biden is not playing with a full deck. This is not somebody you can have as your president. But if he got the nomination, I'd be thrilled. Yeah, his comments, look, Joe is not playing with a full deck. He made that comment. I said, whoa, I saw it because I was on something. I had a television. I saw his comment. Joe Biden is not playing with a full deck. This is not somebody you can have as your president. But if he got the nomination, I'd be thrilled.
All right. I want to be very, very clear here. I'm not saying that Trump is much crisper. Yeah, it's not very crisp with his own verb choices, word choices. You know what I mean? Like, but he's very talented. Trump is very uniquely gifted in labeling things and branding things. You know, and he's just called. Biden's going to give him the gifts. These are gifts. These are, I don't mean gifts, but I mean gifts. You know, presents. This is a present from Joe Biden to Trump. You know, and these are going to continue because Biden, this is what he does. I'm not saying that Trump doesn't make his own mistakes, but Trump doesn't care. And Trump's already the president, and he's a sitting president. He's already the president. A sitting president is already organically hard to move. Like, once you're in office, most presidents tend to get reelected. So he's already at an advantage because he's in the office. Everyone knows this, okay? So my thing is, why would you want a Joe Biden who Trump's going to be making up stuff about Joe Biden every step of the way. And this is going to stick, by the way, guys. Not playing with a full deck. I saw somebody else saying that Biden is losing it. Biden's, he's scatterbrained. It won't take long, Biden be sliding. That's what I said. Biden's been sliding. Biden be hiding. Oh, been sliding Biden. These things are not hard to come up with. But when you have the platform that Donald Trump has, and when he says them, they're going to stick. And look, I don't know if you want to blame, us for calling it out, but I keep telling people, as much as you get pissed off at independent media and folks like us, but there's not many of us, but those that call it out, right? You got to realize that Trump's not going to go easy on Biden because you don't want to hear about it. That's what you got to realize. You got to realize it's not going to take that long. I think, because people keep saying, well, Tim, black people really like Joe Biden. Yeah, they like him because they think he can win, and they think maybe they'll get a better shot out of him than they will out of someone else, right? They think because he worked with Obama, maybe kind of, he likes hot sauce, or I don't know. He knows who the Commodores are, like somehow, in some way, this is going to be good. But I think the second person polling the best with black folks is Bernie Sanders. Like, Bernie's at like 18% and Kamala Harris is at 1%. Okay, but I think that the Biden love affair, I don't even call it a love affair. I think it's just a familiarity due to his proximity to the first black president. I think that is what it's all about. And if black people start thinking that Joe Biden is going to be a detriment, that Joe Biden is going to not be able to do this, that Joe Biden is going to embarrass him on the world stage, that Joe Biden does not have what it takes, it ain't going to take long. I mean, I can see black people starting to step away from Joe Biden really quickly. Yep. Like, oh, okay. Like, oh, man, he's slipping in the polls, huh? Hey, he's slipping in the polls. Okay. Who else we got back there? We got anybody else back there? Oh, Bernie. Okay, well, we'll keep you in mind, Bernie, because this guy doesn't even know what day it is. He's gonna need somebody to wipe his chin, something. And then before you know it, he'll be out. All right. Keep blaming us. Blame us for it. You should be blaming the people that want to put Joe Biden in front. I'm telling you, I'm trying to save America from Joe Biden. Saving America from Joe Biden is saving America from Trump. That's how this works. I saved you from Joe Biden. That's going to help you not get Trump. You want Joe Biden, you want Trump. That's how it is. I told you about Hillary. I was right about Hillary. I said, if you get Hillary, you're going to get Trump. If you pick Hillary, you will get Trump. You won't get Hillary. You will get Trump. I told you. Yeah, Tim, you suck. But I'm right. Unlike Nate Silver.